Welcome back to the channel, guys. Ed from Kansas City. Thank you for tuning in again. I appreciate it, guys. We're going to go over in this particular video, we're going to go over that last pallet that I received in, and I'll be going over in this video, I'll be going over what profits have I made, what revenue or funds or money have I made from that last pallet selling on eBay. And we won't go over the sales from Macari or from Facebook Marketplace in this video, but I really want to show you guys what we sell these items for on eBay. So you'll get a chance to see in this video what those items MSRP is stated or what it shows, and you'll get to see what we actually sell those items for. This will give you a real accurate figure of what those items are actually resold for, and whether they're complete or whether those items are complete sets, or whether they're fully working or partially working, in a sense like that. So that's what we're going to go over today, and that's what I'm going to be showing you guys. So I think this will be great, especially if you're thinking about being a reseller, or you're looking to buy pallets or customer returns for yourself at some of the great places, reputable places. If you are, you can hit me up always. You can send me a message in the comments, and I can direct you to some companies that we use, some liquidators that we use for these products. So this is going to give you a real time pricing and real time current pricing that those items are being sold for on eBay, which is the biggest platform that we sell on. So with that being said, we're going to get into this video, and I'm going to show you these things, and I hope that it helps you. Hope you can see what you can potentially make and what you can make. Now this doesn't include if I'm like reducing the prices to make more funds faster. Sometimes when I am trying to get rid of those items real fast, then I sell them for much less, whereas what I'm selling them for now is right in that medium range. So we'll get into that. Let's see what we got going on here. So let's check it out right quick.
One costs $1,700.
Okay, so as you can see right there, that particular box right there, that pallet of those goods that you see, those cost us $1,600 is what I think I seen there. It was going for $1,600 there. So let's look at that again. That is $1,600 for that pallet there. So that's what that pallet cost right there, $1,600 for that, just that one pallet. And I'm going to show you the MSR of what the company was evaluating or appraising those goods at for customers or resellers like myself to bid on them. And they're basically trying to give you an estimation of your potential worth of the pallet that you're buying, but it's not a really fair and accurate appraisal or listed MSRP of what it actually goes for, because those prices were when it came out. So as you can see right here, there it is right there. I'll back that up for you guys. Right here. That is what they say that pallet is worth. Now, keep in mind, guys, keep this in mind. You really gotta keep in mind, and this is basic reselling 101 in a sense. This is real basic. If you've been in this, or if you're trying to get in this, but if you've been in this in any extended period amount of time, or just if you're just a casual, a logical person, you can guesstimate or you can learn that those prices that you're seeing, that MSRP for $1,239, you guys will know that. Apologize about that. You would that's just that is the pricing that the items were considered retailing for when those items were introduced to the market. at whatever time that was. That doesn't mean that that is the actual price today for those items. Okay, so keep that in mind when we're looking at that. It does say 12,639, and we paid 1,600 for it. It does not mean that we're going to make 12. It doesn't mean that we're going to make $10,600 profit. That's not what that's saying. So keep that in mind. So we'll get into it and we'll show you exactly the comparison here and the difference in the pricing as we go on. Let's get into this.
Now, we don't make 50%. We don't get 50% of that profit, guys, because that would make it where it's like, okay, if it has the MSRP of 13, then you can't say I'm going to get 6.5 out of that. I'm going to get 6,000 out of that. That's unrealistic, because
That's not realistic, like I was saying. So we're going to get into what we actually have been selling those items for, and I'm going to show you again that right quick. So let's get into that, guys. All right, on your screen here, we have a manifest. It's a, I can reduce that just a little bit for you guys. How about that right there? There we go. So what you have on your screen is a manifest. It's what's called a manifest. It's a itemized list, or a list with merchandise on it that shows you the item specifications, items title or brand name, the item in itself, such as, you know, doorbell battery, Nest doorbell cameras, to show the UPC and things like that. These are things you can use to look those items up and see where to purchase them from, or what they're actually selling for nowadays. If I was to do something like this here, right there, and I was to hit copy, I could go up to my screen here, right there, and I can put it in here, and I can put paste, and I can see what it is actually going for today. So that is just that. It'll have the UPC in there and things like that, and you'll get an idea of what that item is going for. As you can see right now, it says it is, let me go up a little more. Currently, it is going for about $139, $149 for that particular item. They have it on here for $249. That is way different. So that's what we're going to go over today. We're going to look at these things, and I'll be showing you some of the things we have sold out of that pallet, what we've made so far in the whole thing. So this is, like I said, this is good to have when you have your manifest, because you want to check that everything that you were purchasing is everything that this manifest says that you will get, that basically totals to that MSRP of 12,639 or whatever it was. You want to make sure that all of that is in there, and there you see those prices right there of combined. So that's right there. So I'll scoot this over just a little bit. I even downsize that a little more. Actually, I don't have to do that. Let me do something else, guys. Hold on. Let's just do this. Let's close this up a little bit. So push that in there, and then we close this up some. We can push that right there, and we close this up some. We can push that in there. We can take F out, almost out of the whole picture, and I can enlarge this a little more, because I apologize. I should have did that prior to the video. All right, and then I need to, well, I don't like this here like that. So I don't need the side panel item. So let's make it a little bit, smaller. All right. So this is going to help people who are resellers like myself. When you're purchasing a pallet, you're going to look at that item up on auction or for sale, whether you're getting it from, you know, Amazon or Walmart or Target or Lowe's or wherever, they will more likely always come with a they will always more likely come with a manifest. If it doesn't, then that's where you have to be very, very careful. And I really do mean that sincerely. We've got burned a few times when we went into the business after many years of purchasing only what we know what we're getting, and we went to the point where we just purchased pallets that actually were bad for business because they were unmanifest. That means you have no idea what you're getting. It's like getting a mystery. So that manifest right there is good for people to get an idea of what they're getting. And sometimes those manifests will also show you, in addition to what you're getting, they'll show you the condition of that item as well, which gives you even more ability, even more opportunity to increase your bid, and gives you more knowledge of what you're bidding on. But sometimes that's not always the case, you know. So, as you know it, guys, my favorite song is in the background playing now. Okay, so let's get into it, guys. Here's what we sold on eBay, guys. So as you can see, in the last this is from December. This is basically, you can basically say this is from, let's say, you can say this is from like January the 1st, something like that. From January the 1st till to current day, but in essence is December the 29th, guys, 2025, until 1/11 of 2026. So from December 29th of last year until this month of January, the 11th day, which is today is the 11th, this is going to show you. Okay. All right, so let's get into that and let's see what we've sold, guys, what we've made off of those products. Here we go. As you can see, it gives a breakdown too. You can see in here in this listing right here, this is the overall, these two numbers right here. Let's highlight them. Those numbers there will show you the overall sales. This is with taxes and fees and your shipping labels and whatever else, returns, everything is in there, cancels, everything is in that listing right there. And just in the last, that would be what, that's less than 2 weeks, right? That's probably about, if I'd have to guess, that's only 11, 12 days. That's only 12 days, guys. That's 12 days, and in 12 days on eBay alone, I've made $1,400 in sales. But my net profit over here, which you see over here, guys, my net profit is, and I'm gonna turn this a little bit so you guys can see. And I'll enlarge it. Can I enlarge that just a little bit without messing things up? Maybe. There we go. That might work. Okay. So right there, you guys can see I really need to customize this here, but it doesn't seem like it's letting me customize it, which is ridiculous. I don't like that. But let me, I don't know what you would do. Yeah. Alright, so let's go right there. So that's what has been made from the items that you saw in that last unboxing that I did. And we're going to go over those items. So there you see my net is $1,000, guys. $1,000. Even though I've made $1,451 in the last, that would be the last 11 days. I've made $1,451 on eBay alone in the last 11 days, but I have only netted my take-home pay, my profits by my sales are $1,000. Now, and it's going to show you a breakdown of my selling costs here. This is going to include the eBay fees, your labels that you do, and things like that. And then here you have taxes over here that have been done. So as you can see, just for shipping items, guys, and just for eBay fees, I've already lost out of that $1,400 over $300. So you can imagine if I sell those items for even a lesser amount, then I still lose money because that item is going to ship for a set price. So that's important right there. And that's when customers ask me, can they get something for cheaper, right? They may say, can I purchase that? Will you accept my offer of an item that I got for $45.99? They'll ask if I will accept $40 or $35. And I'm like, and I'll have to explain to them with eBay fees and then also with shipping fees, that would hurt our business. We can't do that. And so you have to keep that in mind as a reseller. If you're selling an item, that item is going to ship for that price no matter what. And I'm different from Carmen. Carmen always charges shipping on everything she sells. She is a hell of a seller, guys. I kid you not, man. And I mean that sincerely. That woman is just a very expert, knowledgeable reseller. I'm telling you, she's really good at it, and she has such a broad category of items that she is familiar with, that she sells and markets. So that's something you want to keep in mind when you're selling. Prices are going to, for shipping, are going to be, if I sell this item, like you see right here, it has a $55 item. If I'm selling that items for $35, I'm still going to have the exact same shipping cost, which we'll look down here and we'll see what our shipping fee has been. Okay. Here we go right here, guys. Here's our shipping labels right here. This is the overall cost of our shipping labels. Right here. Here's an extra fee that I had to pay for having a lot of returns, guys. Or in general, not as described. Customers be on some BS on eBay, guys. You got to know that too. You're gonna have a lot of people that you may sell a product to that they may not know how to properly troubleshoot that item or connect that item or set that item up to work as intended, and as a result they are just going to click the return button and contact eBay because they don't necessarily know or trust the seller. And it doesn't matter what seller you are, you're going to have a lot of returns, period, if you sell a lot of items. So there's that breakdown there. And as I said, no matter what I sell a particular item for, it's still going to ship for the same, whether I sell that item for $100 or whether I sell that item for $40, it's still going to have a pretty much set shipping fee. So here we go. Let's look at some of the items we've sold, guys, so far. So far, out of that pallet that we have gotten so far, I have sold six, and I've sold 6 of these, and I'll enlarge this for you guys. I have sold 6 of those Google Nest doorbells. I've sold 6 of them on eBay. The total that I've made off that is $275, and my take home cost of that, my net sales is $181. This total selling cost was $74. That's eBay fees and shipping. So for selling 6 of those for that price there. Now when we looked at the manifest, those doorbells, guys, right here, those Nest doorbells, they have them being sold for $179 each, guys. Those Nest doorbell battery ones that you saw me sell right here, I sold 6 of them for $275. So they're selling for about $45 a piece, somewhere around there. Yeah, about $45 a piece, guys. Yeah. Matter of fact, I can show you guys. I can show you listing, and you'll be able to see what it actually is selling for right here on my page. Let me show you right. That's what I'm actually selling that item for, and I took it down about $2, guys, because it was at like $41.99 or $40.99, something like that. It is not complete. It will not come with the mount. It will not come with the wedge, the wall mount on the wedge. It won't come with the charger. It will not come with screws, things like that. It's the item by itself. There, you see that right there, and you can see my ratings in here as well. It is really important to keep your ratings up. Sometimes that doesn't happen. You're gonna always have people that you're just going to be in disagreement with, and I'll show you my ratings right here, guys. There's my ratings right here. In the last month, 20 items. It's not necessarily 20 items sold. It's 20 feedbacks. So that's a big difference. But let's look at the negative ones. These were like in the last 6 months, not recently. Like not in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months. This is the last 6 months. Look at these type of feedbacks. I've gotten quite a few of them on ink. There's some feedbacks right there, guys. Person purchased 3 of those inks, brand new, things like that, and they'll say things like, "Oh, the ink didn't work for my HP didn't recognize it." So who's gonna get the bulk for that? I'm gonna get blamed for that, And I didn't offer them a return because they opened it. I could have, but I didn't. There's another one. This guy wanted to get here. I was selling. This is the same doorbell right here, guys. It's actually a wired one, so it's a smaller one. If I show you guys right here, it's actually the smaller one. It's the smaller one in comparison to the bigger one. This one is a wired version. That means it has to be connected to the doorbell. It doesn't have a backup battery, things like that. I sell that one for $34 for one. This person just so happened to see this listing and just thought he was getting 2. He thought he was getting 2 of them, guys. This also has some imperfections and dings, like on the lens, things like that, or it could have it. Some of them will not, So there's that listing right there, guys. Free shipping, things like that. So that item there, this person actually thought he was getting 2 of those because he saw 2 in the picture. But I had 2 available, and he thought he was getting 2 of them, guys. He thought he was getting 2 of them for $34 when one of them sells for $34. As a matter of fact, on eBay, you got people selling that one. Here's a wire one. There's $80 for new other, and here's $29.99 for plus $5 for this one right here that is wired for one. And there's a wedge there. There's another one for 80. There's another wedge. That's just the wedge part that connects to the wall. And here's another one that somebody is selling for $129. So somehow this person just automatically thought, when he saw that listing, he thought he was getting two of them for $34. So two for the price of one. I don't know where he got that from. And then here's another ink. So those are the three that we've gotten in the last year. In the last year. Other than that, you get a lot of great feedbacks, as you can see right there. There's some of the sellings that we've done right there. And what I'm showing you guys in this video is just the Phillips stuff, that we've been selling that from the pallet. So it's not going to be any of this stuff here, or some of this stuff. These printers here sell real good, as you can see. All right, so that's that. Let's get back to what we were discussing. So as you can see in the actual manifest, they have this product listed at $179 when it was first introduced to the market. When that Google Nest doorbell camera came out, it was $179. People, as you saw, people are still selling that item. They can sell that item for as high as 100, 120, brand new or light new. But me, as the reseller, I sell it for $39.99 each. That's what I sell it for, guys. What else have we sold? So we sold several of these doorbells, guys. I can show you that listing as well. We've sold 4 of those for $219, so they look like they're going for about $50 each. Our take-home pay was $157 for 4 of those cameras. In the manifest, we have a total of the Nest cameras here. It's going to be this camera right here, guys. This Nest camera battery. It sells for $329. Now that could be a 2-pack. That could be a 2-pack because this one right here, the Nest cam battery, is a 3-pack. So one sells for $449 and another one sells for $329, as you can see right there. And then the other one for $449. That one is a 3-pack and this one is a double pack. And then you have right here, Nest camera battery, the single pack for $179. So let's see what we sell each of those items for. Here's a 3-pack right here, guys. That's what we sell, the 3-pack right there. $181 is what we sold it for. Our take-home pay for that item of a 3-pack was $134. So we don't make, as you can see right here, we don't make the $449 for that pack. We make less than 200. 181, 49 or whatever it was in there. I think that's what it was. 181 is what we sold it for. 181. But we only made 130 something out of it. What shipping and everything is done, as you can see. And then for the single ones, we only sell those for, we sell the single ones for, sorry about that, guys, for about $50 each. I'll show you guys. We sell that for $50, guys. We sold 4 of those, and that's our take-home pay for that. Let's go to the, just want to go to the light strips. Here we go with the light strips, guys. That's going to be these items right here that was in that pallet. Right here, guys. They go for $179 a piece. It's what the MSR says, but we sell them for, on eBay, we sell them, one of them we sold for 90 bucks. Another one we sold for 43 bucks. Here's one when I have warning normally in my listing, right here. When I have that warning there, that normally signifies that the item has an imperfection, has a blemish or something. Here's one we sold for 160, and that's it there. I think this is one we just sold today. This is that one right here that you guys saw in the video. If you saw that in the video that we had, it actually did not work in the video. I'll show you guys that actual video. It didn't really work. I'm gonna show you right here. Get to it right quick. Right here in the video, you see right there. When I plugged it up, it didn't work. But the problem is the actual power cable didn't work. You know, unfortunately, I had a box. I had a couple of these boxes, which I still have one left, that I was able to had a couple of boxes left that I was able to. Video doesn't want to play, really. There we go. So there it is right there. So it didn't work in the video as far as when I unboxed it because it had a bad power cord. And luckily I had another power cord. This power cord by itself, it was like new, it was brand new basically. And it sells for about 50 bucks. This power strip light sells for about 150 bucks in itself. Whereas on the manifest, it had that light as, what did it have it as? Right here, guys. It had it at, this is the outdoor strip. It would be this one right here. So they had it at $219, guys. They had it at $219. And then the thermostat, as you can see right here, guys. That's the thermostat. The ones I sold that one. A few scratches on the screen, but still working, still complete set. But as you noticed in the video, when I was actually doing the not complete, they were just basically loose. They did not have the back parts with them. They just had the actual I think we got it in there, guys. Let me see. Yeah, they are right here, guys. They came loose like that. They didn't have any accessories or anything like that. No power cords, no wiring harness base. It was just the Google Nest thermostat, learning thermostat generation, 4th generation. And they do sell for good money, guys. So there you see it right there, guys. So that is about what we have made in the last 11 days. So when we have things in stock, and this is me just doing this part-time, me and Carmen, you know, partnering up and, you know, power partnering up, should I say, and then with all my friends and family members and things like that. and partners that actually uh, uh, invest and go in with me on a lot of, truckloads and major things where we fall short financially. But this is just part-time. You're able to make, $1,000 a week easy. uh, but you do have to purchase the right items, because you can purchase some items that will leave you basically bankrupt if you purchase some wrong items. We've had that happen enough in this business, and we just know how it goes. So we try to stick to some things that work. And the difference between doing it now part-time, whereas you can see things like that, the difference in doing something like this part-time now is I'm in no super rush to sell those items for cheaper than what I normally would if I'm being patient and holding on to those items for that right customer to come by or look at my viewing and purchase that item from me at a great competitive price. So if you can see my prices as you see on my listings, I'll show you some of my items. You see some of my items. This one is the item that is being sold for a very competitive price. There are other people who are selling it for $69.99. This over here is selling for $58 plus $15 shipping, which mine is free shipping. As you guys can see right here, I have free shipping for mine. And I sell it for $50.99. That is without the charger, guys. No charger is included in that. You don't get a charger. You don't get this wall plate, wall mount. You don't get a power cord, and you don't get the magnetic mount. So it's just a camera by itself, guys. That's all you get. And so I'm able to sell that for $50. So as I said, that's one thing I was saying in the list, in the actual unboxing that I did, that when you don't have those accessories that go with that item, you lose quite a bit of money. So in just that listing alone, having to sell it for $50 when I could be making $70, so I lose $20, and I can't even go and purchase that wall plate, that charger, and that magnetic wall mount for $20 and then turn around and sell it for $70. That doesn't really make sense. Take more time purchasing the accessory, one of the accessories, for $20 and then selling it for the same price. It doesn't work like that, and I couldn't get it for that price anyway. That wall mount by itself, that magnetic wall mount, will probably cost about $15. The charger will cost at least $15, and that wall plate will cost about $10. So that's $50 right there that I can't buy. So a lot of times those items just never either get returned, or the liquidator sells them to make other returns that they have open box or more complete sets, and they can turn around and resell those individually rather than putting them on a liquidation site and selling them to customers or buyers like me. So as you can see, money in here, in these things, in these listings, there is money. There definitely is money, but it does not come easy. You will have to work. You will have to test things. You do have to deal with customers. So far, so good. Like I said, we're making money. Not full time at it, but we are making money at it. And if you can make something like this, if you can make $1,000 a week, then that is great. That is real good. That is real good if you can make that kind of money doing this kind of stuff. So yeah, that's good stuff. So that is when you're doing this part time. Like I said, when I was doing this, me and Corman were doing this full time. I mean, we make $3,000 just on the weekends alone, $3,000 to $5,000 on the weekends alone, on a good strong weekend, and then we'll make probably about $1,500 on the weekdays. So it was good, it was good. But now I'm doing it part time now. I just do it, as a means to try to pay extra expenses and get things caught up, And so, like I said, the difference now is when I sell these items now, I don't have to give in to the pressure of I don't have to give in to the pressure uh, so uh, I'm so when you need those funds, real quick, instead of me selling that item for $39, like this example, instead of me selling this item for $50.99, which I reduced that price already, it was at like $54.99. Or I try to keep it at a lower level, uh, but I normally sell it for $54.99. But since it doesn't have the accessories, and I can go on here on eBay and I can actually look at what these items have been selling for. I'll go right here and go here and I'll say paste and I'll look it up and it'll tell me what all these items are selling for, what they've sold for. And we'll see right here, here's a person who sold one for $38, guys, with the charger. He got $38 for a camera that don't even work. This person here got $59 because he put it on a bid, and it's brand new. $59, that's pretty cheap, but he put it out there as an auction, and based off his, it looks like he has a lot of sales on it, so he's real known, and he has a lot of you see mine's right there. That's my eBay store, guys. There's another one they got for basically $60. Has the magnetic mount. There's a double one, brand new though. So when I did decide to list mine, this person got $70 for his as one bid, battery and wired. Plus he had a 32-foot extension. I guess he had a cable in there, a charging cable or something. So that's real good. That's an expensive cable for that size there. So I can go in here and I can extrapolate and gather from what they're being sold for currently, and that will help me set my price for what I want to get out of that. Same with these two guys. So yeah, there you have it. So that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. The best piece of information I can give you guys is I would have to say I could say a lot about that. I wouldn't really know where to start. I will say it's money in this, but it doesn't come easy, guys. You really have to put some labor in it. You have to know the products you're selling, how to properly work them, to know if they're fully working. I mean, it's a lot. It's not as easy as just getting items and then just taking them and sell them like I see so many resellers doing. I've seen so many resellers who have an item listed as open box or like new or appears new, and those items are used. They're very used. They're non-functional, and it when a person like me, a reseller like myself, goes and purchases those items, and if I trust the seller and I resell that item without trusting the seller, then the buyer is going to get on me because that item is not right. And so it's a dirty business, man. It's a dirty business, man. And like I said, it's not all sunshines. Even when I was doing it full time, we still had a lot of concerns, a lot of worries and things like that, because it's about growing the business. We had to grow it, man. We had somewhere where we were trying to go with it. You know, I'm talking about we were really trying to make money. Uh, so right now, like working a full-time job that I work now, man, yeah, it's a big difference, man. Yeah, from Kansas City. I'm out, guys.